episode of Bauer Sports Talk. Topics we're going to cover today: NBA draft lottery. Should the Pelicans not draft Zion? And then the NFL sleeping on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Patty Mahomes, Madden curse already hitting them. How are the Pirates not total garbage right now? Do the Phillies regret Bryce Harper? Just the whole signing. And some NFL draft comments. So, what did you take, JB, from the NBA draft lottery?
Well, I think it was a big surprise that the New Orleans Pelicans got, that first spot. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see, will Zion Williamson get picked first? Everyone think he will, and he of course has the talent, and he is very willingly to be successful in the NBA, but I don't think he fits into the Pelicans offense. Do you agree?
I don't know. I think honestly, everyone's riding this whole Zion train, and for me, he's hurt one time. He blows out his knee. His career is over. He relies completely on athleticism. And while everyone loves to watch him play, there isn't a whole lot of skill to his game. And me personally, I think either John Morant or RJ Barrett they're the best players in the draft, not Zion long term. Right now, you draft Zion, obviously you're going to get the national TV coverage, but for me, if you're trying to build a team, you don't want Zion. We're watching the Pirates game right now, and Josh Bell just hit another bomb. It's a freaking bomb! He's just been on fire lately. 13th home run of the season, if you were wondering.
All right, so here we go with the NFL. Back to the NFL here, and
some technical difficulties there.
Okay, we're talking about
jumping across the pond here to the NFL.
Talking about the NFL here, and everybody likes to look at the rookie quarterbacks, and they really like to go Patty Mahomes or Baker Mayfield. And as Chops said earlier in this podcast, we're going to talk about Mahomes and the Madden curse. Now, personally for me, I do not think Patty Mahomes is going to have the season that he had last year. I don't think that it's anything in particular that is cursing him.
For sure, the Madden curse is already struck him, dude. As soon as they announced that he's the cover of the new Madden, Tyreek Hill gets suspended. But
Another
back bombs for your Pittsburgh Pirates.
Brian Reynolds with the dinger.
If you were just wondering, big Pittsburgh sports fans, if you don't know us, big Pittsburgh sports fans. What were we talking about? Patty Mahomes. Honestly, you could say it was striking him back last season. Losing your running back whenever you're just tearing up the league. Obviously, we've all seen the video. Not the best look for Kareem Hunt. Either way, they really relied on him in that offense, and it hurt him. You can see right away. But
what do you think, Chops, now that Baker Mayfield has...
Big Baker guy. You know I'm a big Baker guy.
Mayfield has the chance. He has the unity of Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry on the same team. You look at the running back with Nick Chubb, and now maybe Kareem Hunt in the backfield. You look at David Njoku, the tight end. How stocked and stacked is this offense this year?
It's like a Madden fantasy draft, man. It's a Madden fantasy draft. That's exactly what it is. That's the Browns offense. It's just unreal, honestly. I've played against the new Cleveland Browns offense in Madden. I updated the rosters, and they're unbeatable on paper. Here's the thing. A lot of teams look good on paper, and it doesn't end up working out. I'm a big Baker guy. I love Baker Mayfield. If I wasn't a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, you would catch me being the biggest Cleveland Browns bandwagon fan in the world because I just love Baker Mayfield.
So, talking about the Steelers and the Browns, what is your take on who comes out on top in the AFC North? I mean, clearly, you're looking at it, the Steelers and the Browns are the headliners. The Bengals, of course, are tanking.
Honestly, that's not true, though, because everyone's like, oh, the Ravens and the Browns. Ravens, obviously, everyone's got the Browns getting, jumping, obviously, with all the new additions, the new hires and stuff like that. They have the Browns just. Some people say they're going to the Super Bowl this year. I think that's kind of bold, considering they haven't made the playoffs, and I can't remember it in my lifetime.
No, not me neither.
So I don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna be. I think they should still be a good team, but I'm not all in on the Browns like some people are, and I think the Ravens are gonna be an absolute disaster. I don't like that offense at all.
Too much speed. You can't.
Listen, Lamar Jackson's RG3 that can't throw the football. We saw what happened to RG3 when he could throw the football. He blew out his knee. It was just terrible. Imagine, this guy can't even throw the football.
It's crazy. I never thought that the Ravens would trade Joe Flacco, but they did. They go in the draft. They get Trace McSorley. I don't think their GM or their head trade operations, they have any clue what their plan is. And, we're just going to leave it at that. I think they're going to be very bad. I think them and the Bengals are going to be at the bottom. It's going to be up to the Steelers and the Browns. Personally, I would have to take the Steelers over the Browns. I just think, Big Ben's played in some bigger games, and I don't know about defensive-wise. I like how the Steelers moved up in the draft to get that linebacker.
Big fan that move. We need a middle linebacker for, 2-3 years now? Ever since Ryan Shazier pretty much snapped his back in half. Talk about a freaking comeback story right there. He just danced. He was just dancing with his wife a couple weeks ago. He was dancing with his wife. Beautiful moment for him. Just a total comeback story for Ryan Shazier. But let's be honest, that guy should never play football again. It's just not worth the risk. We needed that linebacker presence in the middle of the field for a couple years now. Steelers taking off a big bite, stepping up in the draft, moving in the top 10, getting a linebacker they needed. Big move.
Okay, let's stick in the NFL here for a little bit. I know that it's been brought up. Le'Veon Bell, will he perform? Do you think he'll perform as highly as he did with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I think the Jets are going to be an absolute disaster. Darnell is an absolute bust. Total garbage. They're going to be back where they should have stuck with Fitzmagic while they had him, man. Nothing like that beard that he has. Just the total. It's magic. It truly is magic.
Get me horny.
Oh, okay. Going hard in on Fitzmagic there. I myself am a big fan. Speaking of Fitzmagic, how about those Dolphins? Making the move, trying to get the quarterback of their future, while the Cardinals, I think you say that you are not buying the Cardinals offense.
No.
Kyler Miller is the perfect.
Kyler Murray. He is the perfect college quarterback. You like them fast, dynamic, smaller QBs that can make dynamic plays in the college life. That's what they're there for. But when you get to the NFL, it's a whole different stature. Many of these quarterbacks, like you said before, Lamar Jackson, they're just not going to succeed. They're not going to thrive in the NFL. And I think Kyler Murray is definitely going to be one of them.
I wouldn't count him out completely. There is the stigma to that thought in Russell Wilson. Obviously, championship quarterback. The stats speak for himself. He's the best of the best. Seahawks making moves to continue to build around him.
Let's just talk about Russell Wilson. And now, people are sleeping on my boy DK Metcalf. Okay?
That was an absolute steal of the draft.
You're telling me Russell Wilson throwing bombs down the football field to this monster of a wide receiver. Tutties all day, boy. It's going to be raining TDs in Seattle. Everybody's going to look back and say, why didn't I draft DK?
Who's in Seattle's division?
The Niners.
The Niners. Who else? The Cardinals? Aren't the Cardinals in the division?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the Cardinals.
I don't know who else is in the division.
I'm not sure who else is in that division either. But everyone, big viewer, Colin Cowherd, he's big on the Niners for some reason. And, I mean, I'm not trying to doubt Jimmy G, but he's just coming off an injury. And, I mean, as soon as the Niners got him, he looked pretty good. But, I don't know. I'm not buying large on the Niners this season.
I think they have a big hole at their running back position. I mean, they got traded for Jerick McKinnon, which, I mean, that's a good running back, but he's not going to be your franchise running back like you want. And like you said, Jimmy G coming off that injury, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, but no, I don't think they're going to be a playoff team this year.
No playoffs. No playoffs for the Niners.
No playoffs.
I think they have a chance to be a wild card team, depending on if it actually works out with the Seahawks. They could somehow win that division. Honestly, the NFC for me is always a big mystery. I mean, the AFC you always have the Patriots. Unfortunately, hate to talk about it. Screw Tom Brady, just fuck him. But just retire already.
Tom Brady sucks dick.
No one wants to watch Tom Brady play anymore except for Patriots fans. Everybody else wants him out of the league. That's my little rant on Tom Brady. I mean, to be fair, he is a total legend because, I mean, 6 Super Bowls, Tom Brady.
He's a GOAT. I mean, what can we say?
I mean, this comes from Steelers fans.
Which
I mean,
is a
of
lot.
course, the one season we actually beat the Patriots, don't even make the freaking playoffs.
Yeah.
That kind of ticks me off. But what can you do?
I mean, let's go. You know, you said about the NFC being a mystery. My guy, my go-to, my best friend, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah.
Can he still make the
In
playoffs?
the words of Stephen A. Smith, he's a bad man. Can't get wrong with Aaron Rodgers, man. Plus, I don't know, got any Throners out there. Aaron Rodgers was just in Game of Thrones last week.
That means he's definitely winning a championship
What
this
kind-
year. I mean,
Plus,
definitely.
See him at the Milwaukee Bucks playoffs games. By the way, Giannis should be MVP this year, just tearing it up, unstoppable in the playoffs. But Aaron Rodgers sitting at Bucks games next to his girlfriend. I don't understand why people don't talk about them as a celebrity power couple. I mean, Danica Patrick just burning that rubber up in NASCAR. Aaron Rodgers just tearing it up there in the NFC. Speaking of which, I think they should have got Aaron Rodgers some help this offseason, more help than they did, especially in the line. Get him. Did they sign? They got a receiver this offseason, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
I think they got
rid of Randall Cobb. Anyhow, you're talking about Aaron Rodgers and the Bucks. What have the Bucks done to take a 2-0 series lead against the Raptors here in the Eastern Conference Finals? I mean, they're really tearing it up. They look good. They just have to win 2 more games. They're in the finals. And what has the Greek Freak done to just find the answer to Toronto Raptors defense?
They don't have the length that the Bucks do. Toronto does not have the length. I was watching the game last night. They have, I think all of their starters except for the point guard, Bledsoe does not have a 7-foot wingspan, but everyone other than him on their starting lineup has 7-foot wingspan or greater. That is huge in the modern NBA with switching and just the modern NBA style of play. That's a huge key to winning basketball games. And what is the Greek Freak? What do they call him? They call him the Greek Freak. They call him a Greek Freak for a reason. He's a total monster. Okay, you can't stop him. I don't care who you are, Kawhi. You're not gonna stop a guy as big as Kevin Durant coming down the lane, just reckless abandon, looking to slam on you. Doesn't give a care in the world. Doesn't care that you have a family somewhere, just trying to embarrass you. It's rough, man. It's a rough life.
All right, we're gonna take a major turn right now. Look at the MLB, something that we haven't brought up yet today.
Other than our interruptions about dropping bombs.
The Pirates just dropping bombs on the Padres right now.
Fuck you, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado sucks ass. Anyhow, will the Phillies regret signing Bryce Harper?
What is his average for May? I heard it. I think it is on Colin Cowherd. Again, bringing up Colin Cowherd. I think I heard it this week. I think he's batting way under 200. He's not even batting 200 in May right now.
I mean, right now,
13-year contract, not even batting 200.
I mean, the Phillies are in first place, so no one is going to complain. None of the Phillies fans are going to complain about his performance right now. But let's just give it to the All-Star break. What if the Phillies are second or third in their division? People are going to start talking. 13 years as a Philly?
That's a long time, especially in a shitty city like Philadelphia. Shitty city. You ever been to Philadelphia?
No.
It smells like sewer fucking everywhere. It's terrible.
That's because Bryce Harper lives there.
Okay, to be fair, he's got some luscious locks. Okay, you don't want to mess with that. He can get all the bitches with that hair, but no homo. But yeah.
Okay, so we look kind of at the MLB. It's still kind of a mystery. All these sleeper teams, we don't know.
What is with the Yankees, man? What are they?
They literally came out of the closet this past weekend. They were sleeping all off season. They were sleeping at the beginning of the season. They were climbing the American League East standings. They played the Rays this weekend. Their bats are cooking. Their wives are cooking. Supper is cooking. They're in the lead. Yankees.
So you're
Bronx
saying
Bombers.
you're saying all rise for the judge right now.
All rise for Aaron
The judge is coming.
Even though he is hurt right now, who cares?
Oh, he's coming. He's coming back though.
Giovanni Urshela is an all-star right now. A little fat, but that's all part of his game.
Hey, it's baseball, man. It's baseball.
Anyhow, we don't like the Yankees around here. We're big Pirates fans. How are the Pirates? Right now they sit about 3.5 games back out of first place from the Cubs and the Brewers. How are they still in it?
Cole Tucker's hair is how they're still in it, man. You seen that?
The flow is real.
The flow is real.
I think the whole team is riding on the flow. Like, they have to be.
Dude, he came in, started playing. They pulled him up from the minors in April, right? Towards the end of April. And ever since then, whenever they see Cole Tucker slide into second base, and you see that flow just flowing, man, how does that not get you fired up and ready to win some freaking baseball games?
Well, you know what? Cole Tucker is a major part of the team, but let's talk about Josh Bell. Now, the reason why I love him, he has the same initials as me. We were born together, came out of the same womb. He's black and white. Don't know how it happens, but it happens. Anyhow, he had one of the longest hit streaks in the past 2 weeks. He is on fire right now. He just hit a freaking bomb for the Pirates. I mean, it can't get better in the Steel City for Josh Bell. We need to keep winning games. Our pitching kind of sucks still, but the bats are keeping us in it right now.
Can we talk about the Chris Archer trade, man? I was, I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking psyched whenever it first happened. But now, the stat lines that
it's a letdown, just like Bryce Harper is right now. I mean, the fact that you give up Austin Meadows,
who everyone whenever they trade away McCutcheon, it's all right. We got Austin Meadows in the minors. Whenever he comes up, we're gonna have the best outfield in the majors again. Just like people were talking about how we had the best outfield in the majors there a couple of years ago, whenever we were actually making playoffs. I mean, It was like the wild card game. But for us, Pirates, that's a big deal.
We had Tyler Glasnow,
Austin
Meadows. We had both of them guys, and I was a big fan of Tyler Glasnow. Yeah, he didn't do the best for the Pirates, but I could see the potential, and I think a lot of people could. And I think they traded the wrong pieces for Archer. I really think they did, because you look what happened. You trade Glasnow, you trade Meadows, and right in the beginning of baseball,
the Rays are tearing it up, man.
The Meadows has the best average in the American League. Glasnow has the lowest ERA in the American League. It's hard to watch if you're a Pirate fan, just because maybe your coaches are buns. Maybe it's time to get rid of Clint Hurdle, which I'm a big fan on. I know many people think, he's innocent and he's just an angel, but I think you got to give him the boot, get him out of here, get a new general manager.
We need new management. We've needed new management for a while. I think people have been talking about it for a while. I've heard it a couple times. The Pirates are not getting the wrong prospects. Their development is just bad. Our development system is not good. It's not good. Because once we move these assets that everyone talks about, we got this prospect in a deal for Andrew McCutcheon. We got this prospect for Garrett Cole. We get these prospects. Go trade them away, and they're just booming and for the new teams. Pirates, they didn't do great, but the new teams are just popping off, man. I think it's really just we're just really shitty at developing players. The Pittsburgh Pirates organization, they're just bad.
I agree. I mean, you look at the deals that we have made. I mean, getting rid of Garrett Cole, like you said earlier, getting rid of Andrew McCutcheon. I mean,
He was a fan favorite.
he was, and I mean, I was brokenhearted when it happened. I shed a few tears, cried myself to sleep a couple times. But I mean, you look at what you could have had. Now I realize you probably would have had to get some reason because of rid of some guys because of cap money and paying people, but you have Austin Meadows, Tyler Glasnow, Garrett Cole, Andrew McCutcheon, and a supporting cast with maybe Marte here, and you know,
Gold Glover and Marte.
yeah, Josh Bell. I mean, you're looking at a team that it could be very hard to beat. The past 5 years, I think they've made the wrong moves. I think they've had great players, but the wrong moves. The front office, they need to complete wipe it out, just like how you unload after you eat Taco Bell. Completely get rid of it. Start anew. Just go at it. I think a lot of Pirates fans will be happy if they can do that.
Kind of skipping back the pond again, back to Pittsburgh sports, in association, the NFL draft. What was your take on that New York football, air quotes, Giants pick at number 6?
You know what? I think everyone thought that Dwayne Haskins was real. And I mean, I kind of was one of the believers that was thinking Dwayne Haskins wouldn't go as the first QB in the draft. But, you know, I'm not always right. People doubted me, but I was right this time. And if you look at Daniel Jones, and he looks like your average Joe. He looks like he came out of the backyard football league, and you put him on a football field. I don't know. Maybe he'll become a star. Maybe he's
Dude hasn't hit puberty yet. I would seriously like to see if he actually has to shave his face.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if the Giants are just trying to shit the bed on purpose. I don't know what they're
Another
doing.
team with shitty management, man.
That's also true. I was a big rider on Dwayne Haskins though. I'm
a big Ohio State guy.
If the
anybody that knows me knows I'm an Ohio State guy. Screw Penn State, man. Fuck Penn State. Ohio State is where it's at.
If the Redskins can get their running back, I don't know if did they re-sign Adrian Peterson?
I think they did. I think they did 1-year deal.
Well, they have P. Ryan, Peterson, and I mean,
don't sleep on the Redskins.
They always have decent wide receivers. If Dwayne Haskins comes out and plays the way I think he can play, I think this team could be very good in that division.
I think he's going to go down and steal as a draft. In my opinion, he was the best skilled, NFL-ready quarterback in that draft. Like you were talking about earlier, you don't want the mobile college quarterback in the NFL. You want your Big Ben, your pocket guy, just sitting there, drop bombs, tear it up, launch it down the field, get your tutties.
That's exactly
And
right.
that is exactly what Dwayne Haskins is.
And that's what I think. We talked about the New York Giants, not getting the right quarterback. And
How bad do you feel for Saquon?
I mean, that poor kid, first he had to get terrorized by playing for Penn State instead of Ohio State.
Right.
He comes up, gets drafted to the Giants. Everyone thinks, him and Odell get a great friendship. Then Odell says, "See you later. Have fun by yourself."
I'm going to Cleveland. Literally called mistake on the lake. Called mistake on the lake for years. Going to Cleveland instead of New York, the Big Apple. How bad does the Giants franchise have to be for someone to go to Cleveland instead of New York?
I don't know. Definitely if Saquon does not have success in New York, I definitely see him leaving. I don't know if Daniel Jones is the answer for them.
God.
I don't know if he's going to come out and be a star, but if he's not,
dude, they're going to ride Eli Manning for another solid 3 seasons, according to Dave Gettleman.
Saquon is going to get fed up. And, he has the right to do so. He was an all-pro running back last last year. He has the plays. He has the talent. He just needs a supporting cast. And Eli Manning and Daniel Jones, that's not it.
Listen, I had him on my fantasy team last year. I mean, I was down in the championship round by a lot. You know who carried me back? Saquon. Saquon brought me back. So, even though the guy went to Penn State, I look at true talent, okay? Saquon was the real deal, and I knew it. And I knew he was going to get the handoffs because, I mean, let's face it. Eli Manning is garbage. Just straight garbage. How is he in the NFL anymore? That's because of the Manning name, and you somehow managed to beat Tom Brady, 2 times?
Talking about the Manning's name, if you get on Instagram, look at ESPN, Arch Manning, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning's nephew, throwing bombs in a high school scrimmage. The kid's in 8th grade. The New York Giants should sign him instead of Daniel Jones. He would be better than he would be. I want to see it. This kid is going to be good. He's going to be like Peyton, not like Eli. He's going to be successful, not a noob. Let's go, Arch. I'm cheering you on.
That's a bold prediction right there from your boy JB for an 8th grader. That kid's from 8th grade. Wow. I'm flabbergasted, man. I don't even know what to say to that. Just an 8th grader. Whew.
Let's talk about. I want to go back to the Kyler Murray little of that projection.
Okay, let's be straight. If the Cardinals, and if any team other than the Cardinals, not even the Cardinals, if the Cardinals don't hire what's Cliff Kingsbury, if they don't hire Cliff Kingsbury, they are taking Joey Bosa. Shout out to I say it again, number 1 in the draft. They're not taking Kyler Murray. They just drafted. They moved up last year. Draft Josh Rosen, and now you're telling me you're going to take another quarterback. Shout out to Portland, up 12-5, first period. Fuck the Warriors. Nobody likes the Warriors. Anyways.
Game time, let's go. Anyhow, as we go back, I mean, you talk about Josh Rosen, they traded Josh Rosen. We talk about, do you think if Josh Rosen is successful, maybe the Arizona Cardinals wasn't for him. Maybe he goes to the Dolphins, he plays like he did in college. Do you think with Kenyon Drake, with, the Miami Dolphins defense needs a little tweaking. More importantly, their offensive line needs some tweaking. Do you think if Josh Rosen can play at a high level, do you think the Dolphins have any chance of competing in that division?
I mean, let's be straight. You're going to get a solid 6 games from Fitzmagic for sure. He's going to have that one game in between where he throws 4 interceptions and just lays an egg. But you know what? He's got that epic beard. You got to stick with him. But let's be straight. If Rosen is not starting by the time Miami gets to their bye week, he will be starting for them soon after, because that's just the way Fitzmagic works. I freaking love the guy, but that's just Fitzmagic's narrative, man. Did I just get another notification about Bell hitting another dinger? Did you get that notification? Did Bell hit another bomb?
Anyhow, I know if we look at that division between the Jets, the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Patriots, fuck the Patriots, no one likes them. Anyhow, I know that you are a big fan of Josh Allen.
Oh, he's tall, man. Josh Allen is tall. Shout out to Pardon My Take, greatest podcast out there, other than this podcast, obviously. But they sell t-shirts. Josh Allen is tall. That's how you know that guy's legit, okay? You got Bills Mafia jumping through tables, just
Catching stuff on fire.
Dude, that's like, I wish the Steelers had a fan base like that. Like, go tailgating, watch
You could see me jumping off the
dude,
table.
I would be all about it. I would be at every single Steelers tailgate, man. If that was what was going on, you would catch me there every time. But yeah, watch Bills Mafia get super hyped whenever they finish second division this year behind the Patriots. Second division. Heard it here first.
Second in division.
That's my bold prediction here towards the end of the podcast.
All right. Well,
You got a bold prediction.
bold prediction.
Yeah, NFL.
NFL.
Let's hear it.
I think that the New England Patriots will not win that division.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. We're going to leave that for your guys' thoughts until next episode.
Thank you.